Hey guys, it's Christina. Welcome back. This is me doing a PSA that just because I say what I'm about to say doesn't mean it's actually gonna happen, okay? So in today's video, you are gonna be seeing me talk about rereads. And you're like, didn't you say you don't usually do rereads? Yeah, I don't really ever, because I also have the largest TBR ever known to man. So why would I do that, even though they're my favorite reads? Well, every once in a while, I crave a reread. And by that, I mean I crave being back in this world. I crave being back in the world that I was once in and that I loved and I didn't want to leave. You can't blame a girl for having her wants and needs, okay? You cannot. Today, I'm going to be talking about the books I want to reread and why. I don't really think I need an explanation for most of these, but I'm still going to give an explanation for most of these. Just get into it because I have nothing else to say. My brain just kind of went blank right now. So, the first book is Normal People by Sally Rooney. Everybody in this room knows that I love that book. And by love, I mean I would get it tattooed on me, every single word of that book. It's only fair that I would put myself through that kind of pain again because I just kind of love it. I love Connell, love Marianne. I just want to reread it because I love how that book made me feel, even though it was sad, it hurt. I love how teenage and real it is, and that's why I gave it 5 stars in the beginning. And also, I did actually enjoy the writing style a lot. It makes people kind of crazy, but it didn't make me crazy. I think it helped me a lot, actually. The next book, it's actually a series. It's a Paper Princess series by Erin Watt. And not that I would actually love this series ever again, but it is the first series that got me back into reading. It'd just be kind of cool to do a reread of these, but I fear that 5 stars would turn into like a 2 or 1 because they are very different from my taste. But I would definitely do a reread, especially if I do end up loving a reread. It's like palette cleanser kind of book. The next 2 books are by Lynn Painter. I'm like mentioning this woman every video I can. By Lynn Painter. So we have Betting on You. I think it's our most recent YA release, I'm pretty sure, and that's one of my favorites of hers of all time. And it just has the best banner, the best characters, the best plot, and I just would definitely I would reread any of her books, but these 2 are the ones I would reread. And the other Lynn Painter book is Better Than the Movies, because the sequel is coming out in September, and it's only fair I do a reread before the sequel comes out, because I read Better Than the Movies 2022, so it was a long time ago. I have to say I love that book, but I have bad memory, so I need to reread it before Nothing Like the Movies comes out, and it would just be nice to kind of like read them sort of back to back, you know what I mean? Then the next book is Twisted Games by Anna Huang. Even though that series, the more I think about it, the less I know I liked it. Twisted Games was my favorite by a long shot compared to the rest, and it's a bodyguard romance, and honestly I would do anything to reread Rice again. Like, how you say his name? I don't know, but I would do anything to reread their romance and him and this is why I want to reread it, because of that reaction. That was basically it. So the next 2 recommendations are mystery thrillers, and I just kind of want to reread them because even though I know the ending, which kind of sucks, because why would you reread a book when you know how it ends, especially a mystery thriller? But because of the way that made me feel, especially the first one is The Girl in the Train by Paul Hawkins. It is a psychological thriller, and I just love the way it made me feel. Not only scared, but angry and like frustrated. I just didn't like to feel pain, and I don't know why, but apparently I like to feel pain. I do want to reread The Girl in the Train. It's a book that did get me into thriller, and I think she does a wonderful job. I read one other book of hers, and it was actually a novella, so I don't want to judge a novella. It was really short. I think it was like less than 150 pages. I think she's a wonderful writer, and I also heard there's a movie about The Girl on the Train, and I do really want to read it again before I watch the movie and compare the 2. Then the next one, which I also said are mystery, is the Good Girl's Guide to Murder series. And not only I love this series, even though everybody loves the ending of that trilogy, I have beef with it, but I want to reread it also because the show just came out, and I again want I compare the two, and it's been also a very long time. I think I also read the first book in 2022, so I would rather like do a reread and then watch a show. And also, I just loved the first book so much. Like, I had so much fun with it that it would only be fair, and like all the clues and like the little transcripts and stuff were so fun. So I would also just love to reread it to experience that again. The next book I did mention in another video is Say You Remember Me by Katie McGarry. It's one of my 5-star reads. It's a summer read, and I think I would reread it just because to get those cozy summer vibes of a fair. I've gone to fairs before. They were not in the summer, but it was in Florida, so technically sort of summer fair, and I love that vibe, especially when sunsetting in a fair, and I think it's just so fun. And I love the romance between these two main characters. I think I just want to reread it. I have no other reasons, and I don't need to give you other reasons. Then the next one is Daisy Jones and the Six by Taylor Jenkins Reid. Oh my god, like, I haven't even really fully watched a whole show. I'm being so dead ass. Like, it's not even to rewatch a show. I just love this book, how it's written, the little like who's really telling the truth. I want to reread it because I feel like all these books that I'm also talking about, I have immersed myself in that world. Like, I've been in it. I was with the camera recording Camila, okay? I was recording Billy, I was recording Daisy, like that was me, okay? I was in those worlds. So I want to just dive back into all these worlds, especially Daisy Jones and the Six. And the last but definitely not least book is Long Way Down by Kristen Becker Ritchie. And if you know the series, it's part of the Addicted / Call Away Sister series. I don't know where I left this, but my mom called me, so it is Daisy's and Reich's book. It's their last book, and I cried on the bus. I just love their story, and maybe it's a little inappropriate, but I love their love story. I think everybody connects more to Rose and Connor or Lily and Lo. I connect to Daisy and Reich. So those are all the books. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you very, very soon. Bye.